next game that we'll get into is a matchup between, at the time, number 17 TCU and number 19 Kansas. This was played at Kansas. Um, this was big deal, big game for Kansas,
Right.
coming in undefeated, kind of super hot, and they get a TCU team that has been, rolling on offense,
Right.
similar to Kansas, and this was, you know, we previewed this game last week. The line on this was Kansas +7. I was like, yeah, take that line.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
they're at home, turns out, their starting quarterback, Jalen Daniels, also a Heisman candidate, going into that game, gets knocked out of the game early. Kansas has to turn to their backup, and if someone told me before the game, yeah, that's what was happening. Kansas is gonna lose Jalen Daniels. What do you think of this game? I'd say, oh man, I think
Then
TCU is gonna
TCU's
blow them
gonna,
out.
yeah,
To Kansas's credit, they kept the game close, and it was a 7 point game at the end of the day, and a
yeah,
7 point loss. If you took the +7, you still covered. It's a push.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, look, you know, I expected Kansas to win this game outright. I thought +7 at home was, a nice edge to grab if you could get it. And but yeah, with Kansas's quarterback going down, their backup steps in. He gets the job done. He had some turnovers, but he also had some pretty nice throws. TCU, same way. They had
yeah.
some
TCU made a great plays.
some great plays down the stretch. It was a fun game to watch. A lot of offense,
Yeah, it
and
was just like back and forth, which was
right.
great because it's like we talked about how Kansas they've been able to win these games in different situations where it's been a blowout, where they came back, where they've kept it close. This may have been another game where it was like this team is legit. And I think regardless, Kansas has something to have some pride about. You TCU is they're also they like last year TCU wasn't what they are this year. So they're both up and coming teams. They're both up and coming programs that are building up to what they are now. But again, Kansas, they competed, they did what they could do, and when your starting quarterback goes down, it just causes so much confusion within your offense,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the matter. Even if he's a stud, if he's great, it's just adjusting to a new quarterback can be tough because you have receivers are they may be used to, okay, I know I'm gonna get the ball at this point, all right, okay, I know how I can like shift and adjust my routes towards maybe him extending a play or whatever the case is. So I think Kansas, they did well, and I think you could build on that again. And TCU is also a program that they're showing like, oh, okay, TCU is back to at least competing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, for sure, and for both of those teams, a big game for the impact on the Big 12, and uh, definitely something that one Kansas can use this and build on. They looks like they're gonna go into next week without Jalen Daniels again, but at least they'll have some
they'll have some practice.
consistency with their backup. And for TCU, if you're TCU, you have one of the best offenses in the country. You were able to go into an undefeated team's territory, and you
Yeah.
get the job done. And for them, they're gonna keep looking to roll, and I'm sure they have high hopes of taking home that Big 12 title.